Sunshiny.
My name is David Klein. I was born in the Midwest and then grew up on the East Coast, finished university in Michigan and moved to California. And I was in California for 45 years, I guess. I was an only child. I had no brothers and sisters, no nieces and nephews, just a few cousins living far away. And when my parents died, I didn't even have a reason to go back to the United States at that point. Before I discovered Costa Rica, my goal was to retire early and have a second life, not wait until I was old. When I came here, my intention was to assimilate, learn Spanish quickly, live with Spanish-speaking people, become part of the community, and it certainly did become home. So after a few years of working basically all day long on a farm here, I went ahead and checked out the possibility of working with people on English. I volunteered at the University of Costa Rica, working with English students and their professors, and I liked it so much I decided to do that as a second career. I decided to offer free English to the students of the general area. So we have local students coming from different directions who come here and work on English with me. We call it a language academy, Academia California. So at this point, Eric is going to go ahead, and he's starting with a paragraph, which I'll review later. But sometimes we have several students here at one time, and so they work together. They'll write things in Spanish, translate it, and it's like challenge each other in their translations, and then I review and correct what they've done. So what we had then eventually was a language academy located in the middle of a nature reserve. We have 15 acres of nature here, but the mountains around us are very steep, so there's a lot of forested areas all around us. We put in hiking trails, and meanwhile the students started coming word of mouth, people hearing about what we're doing, calling, amazed that it was for free, and then coming, and some of them would come and disappear, others would come and stay for a year or more as they really learned English well. Life at first here in this area was pretty basic, but over time the quality of and the number of options we have right here has increased so much that there's nothing I miss about the United States at this point. Yes, they're making it. Jonathan put in the stakes so they don't get sprayed by anybody if they're doing spraying. This guy doesn't need to be here. And they'll get to be big, and they'll all be flowers walking along here. If somebody is considering moving out of the country, come live here for a while. Give yourself 6 months or a year. Just rent. See how you feel. Because there are a lot of happy gringos here, particularly ones that are doing environmental work. I think it takes a special kind of person to really throw themselves into it. You want a second life, you find something you love doing down here, and you come here and you do it and you enjoy it. You speak Spanish, you integrate. You've got to be realistic. This is not paradise because of various things that exist here, but you can create a really happy life in most any place in the world, and it is a paradise. Many people when they're 78 see themselves dead in 10 years. Life has no guarantees, and surprises can happen. And I'm happy in my life. I'm doing what I love. I'm surrounded by people who appreciate me and treat me well. And in 10 years, I may have another 10 more years to live. But in 10 years, I expect to be waking up in the morning, seeing the students coming, throwing on some clothes, going over there, working with them in English, and then taking a hike. I was doing this 10 years ago. 10 years to come, probably the same thing. And I do like my life here.